Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Ian Chiquino, and today we've got a ZvZ on Metalopolis between Collector and lalush. So we're on Metalopolis. We do have cross-map spawning positions. This is a ladder game. Just recently played. It was sent by one of my friends. Said, "This is an amazing game, you gotta cast it!" So I'm casting it, and here we go. Both players sitting their overlords. Short distance to the next side of the base, but of course they're not going to find anything there. Both players are, of course, cross-spawning positions, and Collector is going for a, ooh, is that a 6 pool, actually? Might have been a 6 pool, might have been a 7 pool, but he does have a really early pool, and see what lalush is going to go for. If he goes for some type of hatch first build, he could be in trouble this game. So it's going to be close here for him. But anyway, Collector's getting some more drones too. You're going to get a couple more drones, squeeze those in there, get an Overlord too, and kind of then throw up some Zerglings, more than likely go on the offensive here. Oh no, and lalush is going for a gas first, so he's even close to getting a spawning pool. And Collector's is almost finished right about now, so lalush is probably going to throw up a spawning pool right about there. There it goes now. Luckily for him, they are across map spawning positions. Collector's probably hoping for his opponent to be spawning down here in this position because it is closer. It's going to make his Zerglings a little bit faster. 6 Zerglings now coming out, and unfortunately for Collector, this is not going to be where he's at. He was probably going to plan on using this drone as a spine crawler as well, but unfortunately he's not there. Now he's going to have to run cross map. So that's actually paying off for lalush for these spawning positions. His pool is about 75% done. And these Zerglings, I think, just dodged that drone there, got out of there, and I don't know if you saw that. More Zerglings are on the way, so I think lalush is probably aware of that now. We have a Queen coming out for Collector. And lalush, how is he going to plan to deal with this? Is he going to start saving up larva? He's got one Overlord coming out. Not really going to need that, but anyways, we have the pool finish. Is going to make a spine crawler. Yep, there it is. Spine crawler's on the way. Zerglings are on the way. A lot of Zerglings coming across the map. Let's see how many Zerglings we got out so far. 10 Zerglings out versus 13 drones. And there we go, Collector now using that as a spine crawler. That early drone, scout drone, he's going to come in here and do some harassing. You do have 2 spine crawlers up, and now it's just drones versus Zerglings back and forth play. He's going to have to just try and stay next to the spine crawler as long as possible. He does have one spine crawler here. He's probably going to try and push that up and try and maybe attack this hatchery or something like that. But lalush did get some Zerglings out in time. So very close right there, and it's basically just going to come down to a spine crawler fight, and actually picking off the Zergling right there. Actually, I think that was a drone, but anyways, he's really going to have to control these drones to make sure they don't run over here to this mineral patch. This spine crawler is done, this one is done, this one is done, so we have 2 spine crawlers, there's 1 spine crawler, and a lot of Zerglings out now at this point, just little back and forth fights. And there he is, he's getting it, getting a couple more Zergling kills. He's kind of got him contained here. This is the closest contain I think I've seen in his ZvZ, just right outside there. lalush now pushing up, getting some more kills. And he's going to try and get that spine crawler kills. lalush now pulling all his drones to try and fight back these Zerglings, fight back the spine crawlers. So other spine crawlers now in position here, so he's going to be in position here. 4 Zerglings still left alive, more Zerglings coming back from lalush. Another spine crawler being pushed up, another spine crawler in the back being pushed up. This one is going to die, this one in the front is still alive, but it looks like that one is going to fall also. There's 2 spine crawlers and a queen versus 1. He's just going to uproot and get out of town. Oh wow, he knows he's going to be gone, so he's just going to run over here, reroute. This one's going to root first, so he's going to be in a better position. He's going to have to cancel that and move that one. And now this queen is actually going to get this Overlord, so this Overlord was just rallied over here. Unfortunately for Collector, that is going to die, so he's going to be in the red at this point. He's red in the red, and lalush is going on the attack now. He's got some Zerglings coming here across the map, and what does Collector have? He has, let's see, his production facility. He's just making Overlord at this point. He just has a queen to deal with these 4 Zerglings, so he's going to have to pull some drones to fight off this. There he goes, he's pulling some drones. He's going to lose 1. I can't think if he lost one. I don't know if he lost any of those. Check the worker kill count here. Let's see, it's Control R. So, oh, no kills for there, just 7 kills so far for Collector, so doing a pretty good job there. Didn't lose a single one there with that counterattack, luckily for him. So let's check the Harvester tab. 16-19 now versus 11, so lalush taking a lot of economic damage there. Definitely playing from behind at this point. Tech-wise, both players are pretty even, both have a spawning pool. Now we do have Collector going for a metabolic boost upgrade already. lalush does have 2 spine crawlers up front, so that's going to put him in a pretty good defensive position, so he can drone pretty hard for the time remaining to maybe catch back up in the game. And now we have Collector going for a Baneling Nest, so he might just be going for another really aggressive play here, just really quick. I think 6-7 pull straight into like a Baneling bust since that failed. He does have a really good economic advantage. He's just going to have to try and get around these spine crawlers when those things do come out. 2 spine crawlers will kill a Baneling pretty fast. And we've got more Zerglings coming out for Collector, more drones coming out for lalush, so lalush trying to macro it out. He did pull some guys off gas. Really needs to focus on the minerals at this point, actually putting more guys back on gas. He may want to get some roaches or something like that. He does see these Zerglings coming across the map with lalush's vision. Just saw that. You can see his vision here. Pretty nice Overlord coverage. He's got one here in the bottom position to see this whole wave, and this one here at the top. So all that and more Zerglings coming on the way. These are going to transform into Banelings momentarily. Metabolic boost is almost finished for both players. 10 more Zerglings coming out for Collector, and there's a lot of Zerglings, and speed is just about finished. He's probably going to, there are those Banelings. 6 Banelings outside lalush's base. And what does lalush have to deal with this? He's got 2 spine crawlers and a queen and 4 more Zerglings out and about. 2 over here down running around the bottom. And Overlord is in position, so you can see the Zerglings at the top of the ramp. And there are a lot of Banelings, 6 Banelings, and about a couple of Zerglings, 10, 12 Zerglings coming up the ramp. And he's just going to run right past there. They're trying to make a wall of Zerglings, but he's going to get surrounded. He's pulling back to the spine crawlers. Spine crawlers, you're going to try and deal as much damage as possible. The Banelings just come right in there. Oh, wreck all those drones. 2 more, 3 more over here on the right. They're going to die. Oh, wow, and he's left with 2 drones. Actually, he's got, oh, wow, he hit some more down here. Pretty good height with those drones over here on the left. He's got, what is that, 10, 11 drones left. And Zerglings are coming in here doing some scouting and not going to accomplish much else. And what does he have coming now? He's got a Roach one coming up. So let's check the back to the income tab. 21 versus 16. So Lush still not out of this. 21 versus 16, but Collector's definitely in the lead. Also getting Roaches now. Roaches, Banelings. He's going to come up that ramp again with the force of nature. Banelings, Roaches, he's going and attack every single layer of the tech tree. He's just throwing every branch of the tech tree here at lalush. Zerglings, then Banelings and Zerglings, and then Banelings and Zerglings and Roaches. So Collector now going back on the attack. And let's check his harvester count, 20, so it's back to being even second gas going up for Collector. He's going to need a little bit more gas if he wants to do Roaches and Banelings. No player has even thought of making an expansion yet. We've got some Overlords out here for lalush. He's got some pretty good vision. He should probably move one of these more back here in this position just to see if there's any more Banelings coming. But a lot of Zerglings coming out doing some scouting. I'm not sure what these guys are going for. May have been a misclick, but he's just coming in here doing some scouting. He's going to see, okay, Roach 1 also coming up for lalush. Second gas also coming up for lalush. And just doing a really good job for scouting. Collector just doing a pretty good job here. You can see he's scouting the entire map to make sure there's no hidden expansions. Smart move there. And now the Roaches are on the way. Creep tumors are spreading out a little bit. And that one, he just did scout that, so Lalush is going to see these Roaches coming up. 7 Roaches now on the way to Lalush's base. And he's got 2 spine crawlers and a couple Zerglings. He's saving his larva right now. He's got a lot of larvae saved up, 10 larvae, or actually 8 larvae. And he's making some Roaches. Those are probably going to pop just in the nick of time here. These Roaches are on the way. Expansion just not going down for Collector. And Lush does see this over here on the right with this Overlord. There it is. Food count extremely close here, 45, 40. Repositioning that spine crawler just a little bit. Excuse me. Roaches are now coming up the top of the ramp, and these Roaches are spawned, so he should be able to hold this off. But he's going to come in here and try to do some economic damage, maybe just ignore the Roaches and just focus on killing drones. 3 Roaches will one-shot a drone. He's going to come around here, smack around the back. He's got 2 infestation pits on the way, and focusing down some Roaches. No, backing up, killing some more drones. And just working on killing drones. Another one dies right there. You're going to try and focus the queen. That's going to be pretty nice. No, the Lush micros back, saves the queen, and puts the drones back on mining. These Roaches aren't probably going to accomplish too much more, but they did get a couple drone kills there. Probably at least 3 or 4. And all the Roaches are now dead for Collector, but that did buy him some time. His hatchery is up and going here, or almost up and going here. It is natural expansion. Spine crawler being pushed out. Collector leaving one Baneling back hidden here behind in case there's any type of Zergling run by. But probably not coming anytime soon. Nuclear reconstitution being researched. 1 missile attack upgrade coming for Collector. And drones are now being sent over here to the natural expansion. This is now actually up and going, and Lalush is a little bit behind there, but we do have a counterattack coming from Lalush now. What do we have here for Collector? He's got a couple Roaches, a spine crawler, and a hatchery, so he should be able to hold this off. More Roaches coming out now from Collector. And he's going to come up here. Is he going to pressure or just maybe poke? Probably should just poke because there's way too many units for him to deal with. He's going to scout. Okay, see the number of Roaches and probably just fall back there. So Collector does have the speed upgrade almost done, and as soon as he gets that speed upgrade, he may just want to go and try and kite around some of Lalush's Roaches and just get some kills. But Infestor's now coming out for Lalush. Lalush has his first Infestor out. Does he have that upgrade yet? Nope, doesn't have Pathogen Glands upgrade yet. But he's just getting some Roaches out, or sorry, some Infestors out to play a little defense. He may get that really quick Burrow upgrade. We'll keep an eye on that. He may be going for that, but Infestors are extremely gas intensive, so he's probably going to throw up 2 more gas or very quickly as soon as that finishes. Now a Collector with those speedy roaches are on the way across the map, and this Overlord managed to sneak out of there. Collector probably could have picked it off this one, but he's a little too busy. He's focusing on this attack, and it's really going to come down to these spine crawlers and roaches and infestor plays. He's going to probably leave these infestors up here at the top of the ramp. I don't know if Collector knows there's any infestors up there. If Fungal Growth goes down, a really good job. He's going to get a really nice concave to this. Well, actually, it doesn't last as much as it used to, but those roaches are just going to run right past those spine crawlers and come up here and maybe try and pick off some infestors. Another Fungal Growth going down, and those infestors are going to die. Nope, he's just going to leave him go pick off the queen. He's going to get that other infestor. Nope, he's going to get out of there. He's going to come down here and get these infestors. Yep, there's another one down, and he's going to get this final. And so trading a couple of roaches for some infestor kills there. Not a bad deal considering that is basically Lush's best tech at this point, and these roaches are going to end up dying. Well, Lush is going to try and save this last infestor. He's saved by his fellow spine crawlers. Another roach being sent up here, rally pointed, but he needs to get out of there. Both speed is finished for both players. Yep, both players have speed finished. More roaches coming out for Collector, and Collector needs to watch that one. Looks like he's going to sneak out of there just in the nick of time. More infestors coming for lalush. Pathogen gland upgrade coming for Collector, so he's going to go for some infestors also. So this expansion is now going up. There goes those 2 more gas I was talking about. And Lush still in a defensive position as we've been fighting this whole game just to stay alive. Collector now throwing up his 3rd base. And fully saturated on the gas here. It is natural. So he's up to 4 gas at this point. Armor now on the way. Pathogen glands almost finished here for Collector. Probably going to start making those infestors pretty soon so that this upgrade finishes before the infestors come out. And a lot of roaches now coming. A lot of roaches. Lalush does see this. We can see from the mini-map down here. He's got a pretty good vision of all this. Really good position with those overlords. And these roaches are going to try and deal some damage. But there's enough for like 2 or 3 fungal growths. And those spine crawlers are going to deal a lot of damage. And there goes the fungal growth. And does he have enough for another one? Yep, there it goes. And these spine crawlers are doing a really good job dealing so much damage. This top one is going to die. But Collector is just really applying the pressure here. And they're trying to trading roaches up to this point. Upgrades wise, let's see, Lalush doesn't have any upgrades. Collector has 1 attack upgrade, no armor upgrade at this point. And going to probably put some more units back on that gas. And we may see Lalush even put up another spine crawler at this point. So Lalush does scout this 3rd base over here. He does see that, so he's aware of that. Tower going down from Collector, taking that down. And creep tumor spread from Collector doing pretty good. Lalush has kind of been too busy to throw down any creep tumors this game. And actually lost his queen there earlier at one point, so that's understandable. No burrow yet for Lalush at this point, but a lot of roaches still coming out. Let's check the harvester count. 47 versus 38, so Collector well in the lead now at this point. And let's check what other type of spinning we got going in here. Army, definitely Collector, really focusing on the army and technology and economy. So somehow Lalush has just been staying in this game so far. This long distance map, this long distance Russians map has really been the saving grace of Lalush up to this point. If he would have spawned down here, I'm pretty sure he would have died already at this point. Just those couple seconds it took those Zerglings to spawn from Lalush at his main really helped out at the very beginning. And also the roach spawn timing seemed to be right in the nick of time. So Collector does have another base here at the gold, so he's going to be up to 4 bases pretty soon. And another spine crawler there now going down for Lalush. This spine crawler is almost dead, only 46 life left on it, slowly regenerating. Collector does now have burrow, and he has his own set of infestors, so it's going to be a pretty close fight here. Now we're going to see if Lalush is going to be smart and stay back here on his side of the map where these spine crawlers are. That's really the only thing that's going to keep him alive in this point. Let's check the unit tab up here. 20 for Collector, roaches 15 for Lalush, and 3-3 for infestors for both players. And now we're going to have attack fungal growth going down for both players. And roaches up here in the front. Wow, another big fungal growth on there, and he's pushing up with these. Oh, fungal growth going down on the infestors. Is that going to kill all of them? Oh, gets both of them with that. That's going to be awesome there. And throwing down some infestor Terran. But it looks like Lalush is going to counter this attack. Yes, he is. He's been sending in some overloads. The top queens up here in the back, and those infestors there. He had that fungal growth on those infestors and collectors really saved him there. Disallowing those infestors to do anything in the back and just basically killing them, while Lalush managed to keep most of infestors alive there. And those reinforcements from his base just came just in the nick of time there. But anyways, we have a Collector with 4 bases now at this point. Harvester count 58 versus 50, so he's still in the lead there. So he's managed to keep the aggression on while keeping his economy ahead. So he's kept his lead for the majority of the game, and Lalush is probably looking to set up a 3rd. Yep, there he goes, setting up a 3rd up here at the top of the map. Some more roaches hanging up here at the top, maybe just to go in for a flank. And burrows now being researched for Lalush. And what do we got going on here for Collector? Looks like Collector, yeah, he already has burrow earlier. He had that from earlier whenever I saw those roaches burrowed here in the middle. Collector needs to watch out these overlords. He doesn't want to lose those guys again. Let's check out his vision. He's got a pretty good vision of everything. He doesn't see this expansion up here at the top, though. This Overlord is a little bit out of vision. He doesn't see that. But now lalush hasn't yet scouted this here, but he's going to see it as soon as he sees that gas extractor there. So he's assuming there's a base there in the middle, more than likely. And we may have a Zergling attack going down here to this base here at the bottom. And see what he's going to go with. We have a big attack coming. It looks like he's just bypassing the gold altogether, so I don't think he's actually noticed that yet, but he's going to come down here, and it looks like Collector's going to be here in time to defend it. He's probably going to just take out all those Zerglings. Zergling's not going to accomplish too much there. Just all going to get killed. And Lush looks like, okay, now he sees this, and he's going to come up here, and he's going to get those Infestors. Oh, he fungals right on top of those Infestors. He needs to kill those Infestors extremely fast. There we go. Another fungal growth going down, killing 3 of those Infestors. Really been on top of his game as far as Infestor micro so far this against Collector. Collector now with the majority of his forces here, going to lose most of his roaches, pulling his drones back. He's just going to sacrifice his base. No, yeah, it looks like Lush is going to continue the attack, take out this hatchery, and Collector may be coming in here for a flank, regrouping his forces, going for another attack. He only has 1 Infestor at this point, and Lush is taking out this hatchery pretty quickly, and now we have a lot of roaches coming up. He's going to need to get a fungal right there on top of all those Infestors. That's exactly what he wanted to. Huge fungal growth there from Lalush, but he's pushing down here. He's got a really bad concave, but he is burrowing. Smart move there. He wants to stay burrowed there. And there's no vision for Lalush at this point. But he did manage to save most of his guys there. So Lalush dealing a pretty... wow, he actually didn't kill that hatchery. Oh, man, he thought he killed that hatchery. But trading Infestors there back and forth, both players. Let's check the roach count up to this point. 31 versus 29, so extremely close. Looks like Lalush back in the lead now with the Infestors 5-1. And Zergling's 20-1, so I think at this point, army-wise, we do have Lalush in the lead, with, of course, army cost, at least barely in the lead, but food count is definitely in the lead for Collector. He has a lot larger harvester advantage. You can check that out, 69 versus 49, so ahead by 20. And even setting up another base, so this just now starting to get this third base saturated for Lalush, getting those gases first going. And it looks like Lalush is going to go for another attack. He's got a lot of Infestors up here at this point. And Collector's going to stay here, maybe sneak up and pop up on top of him. He's got Hydra out at this point, so that's going to be extremely nice. Seeing some Zerglings roaches down here to this bottom. Going to take out this expansion, rally that up. And, oh no, these Infestors are pushing up, but they don't know they're going to pop up and kill him. Yeah, no, he's just going to let him sneak on by there. He's probably waiting for them to come up the ramp and then just pop up behind him. Spinecrawler's also popping up. Fungal's going back and forth in these Infestors. He just took out this base here at the bottom. He's coming down to the bottom to get this next base, the third base from Collector, but it looks like there's some roaches and queens or whatever, but... Collector just kind of waiting very patiently. He wants a Lalush to kind of walk right into his trap here. He's got some Hydra burrowed up here. He's got a couple roaches up here. Oh, and he's pushing just a few units up there from Lalush to pick up that expansion. Not his whole army. Really smooth move there. He didn't take the bait, and Collector kind of just waited for that. So Lalush playing that really smart. I like that right there. Just sending a couple units up there just because he knew he didn't need everything to take that out. And Lalush has some units burrowed down here. And I think Collector kind of notices that, but he's... I think I just heard a Overseer go somewhere. Yep, there's an Overseer popping somewhere, wherever that thing is. Both players are going to have to start getting those 2-2 upgrades for Collector now at this point. So let's check what Lalush is up to. He's got 1 Armor 2 attack upgrade. So the food count, you can see the top 198 versus 153. Lalush still in behind, but Collector with a huge food count. He's still ahead in bases. He's going to get his 4th base up again first, and it looks like that Overseer did come down here. He's going to pick off all these roaches. So not much to say. Oh, we got some Infestors kind of like burrowing around. Like they look like sharks, actually. I just need the theme music of Jaws playing right now. And this is Lalush, so he's going to come and sneak around here, maybe get some kills with these guys. At the same time, we have a big push coming up the left side here from Collector. Fungal growth going down from Lalush, slowing down those roaches, dealing a little bit of damage. These guys, it looks like they're going to come back and help. Huge fungal growth going in. Oh, Lalush needs to move all these overloads. He can lose so many overloads and probably get supply blocked at this point. These so many overloads. Look at that. So much food. You can watch this food drop. He's in the red. He's going to be really in the red here in a second. More fungal growth is going down. And wow, fungal growth is all over the place. Roaches now burrowing. Unfortunately, those Hydras are in the front. And there's just so much more fungal growth coming from the side of Lalush. That just does some serious damage. More even coming in with those units do get picked off because he does have that Overseer. So many units dying back and forth here. Collector is just burrowing once again. He does have that burrow advantage and this Overseer, so he's managed to actually win this fight. And Lalush now not back in the red just because he's lost so many units in that fight. And Collector's still on the aggressive. He's going to lose some more Overlords here, so he's now back in the red once again. Food 120 versus 157. So both players taking a huge hit there in food. Collector now getting back up his 4th and 5th base. And has a pretty good job of scouting these others here, so he will know anytime we do have Lalush going for a 4th base. It looks like, yeah, he's going for a 4th base right here. but he's going to know about it. He's got some Zerglings and stuff up there, but where's this guy going? He is not quite sure where he's going to go, but he's going to die. This guy's in, he's attacking a statue. I wouldn't have guessed that. I don't think anybody would have predicted he would just randomly take a drone and attack a statue. Probably a misclick, but anyway, funny nonetheless. Now we have lalush coming up here, trying to defend his base, taking out that Overlord. So both players now losing all their free map packs from those Overlords because the anti-air is out and about. Collector with these a lot of roaches and Hydra, and he still has that bro upgrade. Upgrade still 2-2. Both players are at 2-2. Let me check lalush. Yeah, now 2-2. Coming in for a big attack. Fungal Growth going down. He's going to maybe pick off some roaches here. Getting a pretty even concave for both players, but the Fungal Growth does favor lalush. He needs to watch out, keep that Overseer alive. lalush doesn't have any Overseer, so Collector could be using some more Burrow Micro like he did earlier to stay alive, but it looks like he's just going to fight shit up, and this Overseer is going to die. Nope, he's actually going to survive, unless he controls him. Yep, now he's going to die. So that fight not going as well as the previous fight for Collector, just there's so many more Infestors on the side of lalush at this point. So food count, getting close to being evened out, 172 versus 147, so lalush still barely in this, but Collector has easily the base advantage. Let's check back to the unit count. We got 22 Hydras for Collector and 14 Roaches versus 11 Hydra, 25 Roaches. Kind of a little bit difference there. And of course the Ozian Infestor 6-6, so still pretty even. They're kind of a little bit skewed here on the Hydra Roach count for both players. Another Overseer here for Collector. It looks like a fourth base now finally did get placed for lalush. He had to pull that Roach up there to clear out that Zergling. And lalush is going to go on the attack. Looks like he's going to go on the attack. Oh, a couple more Hydras down here just getting picked off. So lalush getting a free kill right there. A lot of Infestors going to come up here and just throw down some huge amount of fungal growth. He needs to watch it. He's going to get all this fungal. Oh no! He's keeping an eye out for that. He's going to lose so many Infestors and he needs to just get out of there. Definitely don't want to keep those guys grouped up. It looks like he's going to lose that one. And looks like Collector's going to bring the hammer down. He's got Hydra up there. Not really good position, but he's going to push out anyway. I think he has the bigger force. And some more Roaches up here in the back. Not sure where those guys came from, but Collector deflecting that attack. And there's some Roaches hanging out here from lalush here at the bottom of the base. Looks like Collector is kind of sitting down here in this position, kind of guarding this bottom base. So food count's really getting close to even out now. lalush he's only about 2 food away from catching up there. Some Zerglings from lalush now coming in here, getting a few drone kills, but Collector smartly burrows, and that just evened the game up there. It's been a long time since I've seen that be even. And now Zergling's coming back here, maybe snipe this Queen. This Queen needs to burrow extremely quick. He's going to die, burrowing all the drones, but he's not burrowing the Queen yet. That Queen is 2-2-2, so he's going to be hard to kill. And oh no, he loses the Queen, unfortunately. Doesn't burrow the Queen, but does burrow the drones. So the drones are going to stay alive, except for a couple that were in the gas here. Now these guys are going to try and kill that Spine Crawler. That's not going to work out too well. Now we're going to have, looks like we're going to have another confrontation here. lalush pushing straight up here through the bottom part of the map, and Collector's going to get a flank from the top. No, he's not. There still more fungals coming from lalush's side. Hydra in the back, Roaches in the front. Looks like a really much better concave from lalush's side. Not as many Roaches from Collector. Doesn't really have the proper mix here at this point. There's so many more Roaches on lalush's side. And it looks like this gold expansion is going to drop. The tides have been slowly turning this entire game. Look at those more fungals. Oh wow, a lot of Infestors coming out here. Just dropping so many fungals. Roaches needs to watch out. Those Infestors are going to get way too close. A lot of fungals going down though. And he may be able to turn the fight back in his favor, but the food count is definitely in favor of lalush at this point. 3 bases versus essentially 4 bases at this point. And some Corruptors out. Is he going to go for some Broodlords or something? Or is that Spire? Yep. There we got a Greater Spire on the way, but at the same time, lalush is pushing down here, going to take out this fourth base and even it up. Repositioning his army up here at the top, keeping the Infestors in the back. Really nice control of that. We have attack from here at the top, so Collector's going to come down here and try to save him. The Sea Lady is already dead. Now Fungal's going down. Roaches now just going to kill some more Roaches that just spawned. So Collector, some good fungal growth. He's got enough of like 2 more. Those fungal growths are doing some serious damage. He's got a really good concave here at the top too. Trying to burrow, but I think he does. Nope, he doesn't have a. But he's going to lose some more units. So let's check back to the army tab. 171 versus 94. So lalush is crawling back in this game. He's got a whole bunch of Infestors down here, just throwing up a huge amount of Infestors here, and he's just probably going to snipe the Spire. If he snipes that Spire, that's going to be bad news for Collector. Those Banelings or those Broodlords are basically going to be his only saving grace, and he's just going to kill some Roaches instead. Not even going to bother focusing on that Greater Spire. Upgrades for those guys are also 2-2. And another big attack here, just coming on to lalush, just pressing his advantage. He's going to push up here, take up this hatchery from Collector. And man, it's not looking good for Collector at this point. It looks like he's actually going to end up losing here, throwing down some more infested Terran. Just gonna do some shooting and whatnot. I guess eggs spawn in those bullets too, so that's pretty fancy there from those infestors. We got a Hydralisk, some roaches, some more infestors pushing up, and he's just gonna push peer-to-peer. And there we got it. GG, well played, definitely well played. Lalush was just clawing his way back from, you know, the bottom of the barrel this entire game, and just with every single fight, just playing defensive, sticking next to the spine crawlers, just forcing them to come to him, getting some really nice early fungal growths on his opponent's infestors and those big clumps. I think that was really what was a huge factor in deciding the end of this game. Just like really great play overall from Lalush. And that was a really amazing ZvZ, just complete action. Let's see how long this game actually was. 35 minutes in game. It didn't seem that long, but it was a really good game. I hope all of you enjoyed this, and I'll see all of you later.